Okay. Welcome, one and all, to the next NeckBear'd streamer. I am your host, NeckBear'd. Woo! You know, I think I said this before, but I really need to come up with a better opening. I'll get to it. Maybe after I'm done with Final Fantasy IV. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to start off by preempting this by saying, I apologize if I sound a little hoarse, things like that. Did a lot of yard work today. And with the bad sinuses, not the best combination. But I'll do what I can to try to keep the hacking and wheezing to a minimum, or at least mute in between. I'll do the best I can, but this is going to be bad. I'm just going to warn you. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. We got some new faces today. We got some familiar faces today, or names, or all that. And I want to just say hello and welcome. If you're from here previously, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome for the first time. We are currently at part 10 of doing Final Fantasy IV. Now, where we last left off, the crew were part of the way through the sealed cave. So, that's about where we're going to pick up. There's a lot of there's a lot of little stuff to do. That works perfectly with the English, good fluent. There's a lot of stuff. No, it's I'm gonna try to get through the sealed cave, and then I am a little hazy on what happens next. But then afterwards, depending on where it's at, I'll probably do some side missions. Side quests. God, I've been playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic recently, so yeah, I mean a lot. And for those that don't know it, it's a game where you play as one of 4 different kinds of dwarves, and you mine minerals and you kill bugs, and the worlds are randomly generated. My buddy got me into that, and it's been the real hoot. No, it's honestly, joking aside, it's been real fun. So I've been slightly obsessed with that. But yeah, so without further ado, leave us get on to the game. All right. Now, for those new here, we have started a new little feature. It's called How Many Times Is the Game Gonna Crash This Time? And Final Fantasy IV seems to have a really bad problem of crashing. Now, you see this continue button. Thankfully, when the game crashes, right before the last thing that happened in that crash, you can hit continue and it'll go right back to it. So, yay! That's the reason I've stuck with this and not switched to a different version. But, yeah, we're going to try to keep track of how many times we crashed today. And for those that guess right, I'll shout you out. I'll shout you out from chat, I guess. I don't know. I'll make you a sandwich. Give me $100 or 10 times. Give you $100 on 10 times. I can give you, I'll give you 100 gil in 14. How about that? Alright. Enough nettering on. Let's get this going. As you can see, wonderful little party here. As you can see, lava, save point, the map, and here we go. You're on. I lose, I owe you. Yeah. Now, I'll be nice. You can... Since it takes quite a bit to get to 10, you know, I won't necessarily hold you that. But I mean, if you really want to do the 100 gil bet, totally do it. That's no door. It's a space station. It's a monster. Now I gotta remember everyone's voices that I did. Like I do every week. See, the one upside is the fact that this version of the game has auto battle. So we can get through these side battles pretty quick. I have it cranked all the way up to full speed. Let them do their thing, you know. I also have a mute button for when I need to blow my nose. Yay! And And I forgot what summon she had. Oh, right. Mist Dragon. Pew! The door's been beaten, Charlie. And Rydia leveled. Now let's see if it was worth it. Yeah, it had 2 treasure chests in it. Let's see if they were halfway decent. Oh, the Kotsetsu. And a black cowl. Well, let's see. Let's see. The optimize button. Here. Ooh. Well, that's some decent upgrades for edge. One could say that we sharpened our edge. And yeah. For the sins of that bad pun, I'm going to get hit with Blaze twice. Oh no, just once. Wow. Figured that pun would have really done me in on that one, but whoa, hello. Beautiful damage. You know, I do these runs once a week, but I can't always remember how good my characters are. Just blaze a new path, man. Right now, I think only a couple of us can afford doing constant puns before we make the rest of chat, like, induce vomit. Okay, come on, let's completely clear out the area so I can get me some items. Yeah, God, I hate this feeling. It's like someone just shoved a gooey balloon in the back of my throat. Yeah. I even took extra medication, all that stuff, to try to, you know, keep you guys from having to listen to me sound like I'm dying, you know. Oh, I should probably heal some of the party here. Well, next time around. No one die, please. Don't need to be losing any experience. All right. I'm just glad I've learned how to mute while I take care of that. Alright, everyone's back to good. Alright. Now, for those that don't know, when you fully map an area, you get items. I want to say it's unique to this version of Final Fantasy IV. Oh, here comes that space station again. Now, I'm pretty sure Cecil is immune to what's known as Ninth Dimension, which just kills you. And that's fine because he's set up to be constantly targeted all the time. So, yeah. Just means that the rest of my characters can beat the tar out of the door and not have to worry about it. The magic of the door. It bites your face, and when it opens, sometimes it's a much weaker monster. And Kane leveled, and Edge leveled. And Edge is almost 50. And a treasure. That's the way Fred from Scooby-Doo says it. Treasure. Let's split up, gang. Like, hey, Scoob. Reggie. Like, Scoob, would you like a sandwich? Yeah. 37. 37, man. I'm freaking out. Although, if anyone could have 37 sandwiches, it would be them. Oh, that's another thing about my streams. The conversation of food tends to come up quite a bit. Yay, poisoned. Yay, didn't live long enough to take advantage of being poisoned. Rose Bear Scooby Snacks. Yay! With that Scooby Snack, Cecil and Rosa leveled up. High Potton. And a Phoenix Dune. And a Brigadoon. And a door I gotta probably beat the crap out of again. You know, I just figure someone should, with the equipment they have on them, you could just pry the damn thing open. It's like, that's no door, it's a monster. It's like, just pry it open. It's still made out of door. Instead, no, they're just like clink, clank, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank. Trying to Minecraft the damn thing, I suppose. I don't know. And Cecil sapped. Whatever shall we do? I know, let's beat the bat. Yay! Just so I don't lose track, because I tend to forget, each crash I'm going to put in chat just to keep track, so. Poison the door. Oh. See, it's technically a monster, so you should be able to poison it. Although, how many people can say in their lives that they poisoned a door? How much more interesting would have been, like, Macbeth, you know? You got, like, oh my god. William Shakespeare writing about it and, you know, talking about poison and betrayal and things like that. You never hear about poisoning a door. Yeah, how many people would have read that? What is this I see? A poisoned door in front of me. No, that wasn't worth it. Oh well. Onward and southward, I guess. That's the thing, though, is I tend to... When I usually play through this game, I don't tend to open up all the doors in these areas because I like to just... you know, because I tend to just like, all right, let's make a beeline for the boss and stuff like that. My equipment's good enough, you know. But since I'm doing a playthrough for the people nice enough to come watch, yeah, you know. Might as well see what's behind them, because I don't remember. Hell, I said it in the last stream. I forgot that save point was where it was at, because I've never used it. I just would hunker down and keep going, so... Blood Feast. I don't know, every time I think of like Blood Feast, things like that, reminds me of One Piece. The Thriller Bark arc. For those that haven't seen that. I mean, if you like pirates and nifty anime shit, then by all means watch it, but if you don't, don't worry about it. Ah, shit. I hate back attacks. First, we gotta swap the rows. Not that they can't do enough damage from the back row, and Cecil doesn't take less damage, but... We also need them to deal more damage, and they can't do so good from the back row. Oh, good soda pop. I'd say sponsor me, Dr. Pepper, but Yar, where's me rum? Why is the rum gone? I can't remember which door now. Is this the save point? No, it's a monster door! I mean, other than that. See, part of the reason that the sealed cave takes forever is because of all these damn doors. But, you know, it's a gamble still if you can't remember what's behind what. It's just like, again, look at all the nifty gear I found for Edge there, so... I mean, on the bright side, too, is I'm still getting experience points for all the characters, so, yeah... Nothing. I'd say it's worth mapping, except it doesn't count for the area map. Kill the bits! Kill the bits! I mean, I could, but by the time she casts Reflect, so they ninth dimension themselves, I could just do what I'm doing now. I'm dealing plenty of damage. I'd only be saving myself a couple of seconds for what it's worth. Frankly, for as much as I'm yammering on in stream, it's not worth the saving. I mean, I could like reconfigure the auto battle to do so, but yes, this was the correct way. Then I want to go back up because I want to double check the other room or this other spot because I need to full map it. Yay! But no, I have used Reflect before. Oh, Silent Bell. And it is hilarious to watch them just kind of like, yep, oh, 9th dimension, you know. How broken would it be if Cecil could learn Reflect? I just have him cast that on. Up! Ding, 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 ding! We have crash number 1! Crash number 1! Okay. Now to reboot the game. Still taking bets. How many crashes are we gonna get? By the second crash, then everyone's cut off. You gotta go with what the numbers are. This is easily my favorite game. And this is why I prefer the DS version. Oh, yeah, the DS version, not only was it, like, just remarkable and all that, but if I were trying to configure the DS... I mean, all right, let me rephrase that. If I were to set up a means of emulation to do it, that, I totally would have. I'm just doing it this way because it winds up being convenient. But no, the DS version was in my opinion, was the definitive outside of... I was a big fan of the GBA version because of the stuff they added. It's a feeling Corn Beers in February 4 is going to be a little heavy more and more. Yeah, it might be. You might get to your 10 tonight. We'll see. But no, this is... I was too, but the augments made this game so much fun. Yes, that's the give and take. I like the fact what they added in the GBA version, but when they added the augments, starting with the DS version, that just completely changed the game. This was the first Final Fantasy I ever played when it was, and I mentioned this way before, but this is the first Final Fantasy I have ever played. It's Final Fantasy II for the SNES. And of course, that was Final Fantasy IV Easy Type. They removed abilities, they removed certain things, and they decreased the difficulty immensely. So when I shifted over to actually Final Fantasy IV, it was a little shock to the system to realize how hard things actually work. But, yay, Radio. But no, ever since I first played it there, I fell in love with the Final Fantasy series, the turn-based ones. Now, don't get me wrong, the other ones are nice and nifty in their own right, but and the DS version the hardest out of all of them. Yes. Some of the biggest problems I had were similar to the ones I had in my previous streams here, which, by the by, if you haven't had a chance to see them or weren't part of the other streams, I have all of them backed up on YouTube. The link is down below here at Twitch. And this will be going up on YouTube right afterwards. But, I had problems with Dr. Legay, and and then my brain failed me without realizing what the hell reversal gas was, but, still, got through it, and there's going to be another fight coming up. I don't want to spoil it for everyone here that's, not familiar with everything, but... Yes, the RNG with Legay was just... Forget it. The fact that I made it through finally made me so happy, but... let's just say it involves a CPU. And that's the one I'm worried about. That's I think the only last one I'm worried about. Other than getting the super epic items later on. Ooh, Gale. Yes, exactly. So that's the only other one, like I said, again, I'm really concerned about. But at the rate they're leveling in this version... what the hell am I doing? Go through the door. At the rate they're leveling at this version, I'm not worried about being under-leveled. I'm just worried about shenanigans being pulled. And that's been the problem with, like, Lugia and things like that. But no, yeah, just still, to this day, I've played, this is probably my, at least dozenth playthrough of this game. Bare minimum. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of games I play on the side and all that, and saying I've played through an RPG a dozen times is still like, holy crap. So, my second favorite is Final Fantasy VI, which, when I first played it, was Final Fantasy III. Now, I'm probably going to take a break after 4 here, so I can get a couple more, like, say, action-y games in for people to watch, because I've probably played through this game 100 times. Oh, yeah, I mean, put it this way, if I didn't have so much that I needed and wanted to do, I probably would have played through it 100 times. So me saying it doesn't is still probably the low end. It may have been 2 dozen at this point, but no, put it this way. If I had to choose one game that I had to play for the rest of my life, and it's like I couldn't play anything else, this would probably be it. So, I agree. It's just such a wonderful game. But, yeah, I'm going to take a RPG break, and then maybe I haven't decided yet what I'll do with that. Maybe I'll do Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI. I know a couple of people have suggested 7. Not the new 7, because I'm waiting for the PC port, because I don't have a PlayStation 4 or 5, and I gotta eventually get a new capture card. I'm excited to see what they bring from this to 14. Oh God, yes. So far, I've gotten there was the Rosa, Rydia, and Edge, quote-unquote, pets you can get for Final Fantasy 14, as well as the Lunar Whale, which you guys will see what that is very shortly, actually. It makes me so happy. Yes, I got them as well. Oh, yeah, they're just... as soon as I saw them go on sale, I couldn't not. And seeing what's going to be in... Well, first off, we know this next expansion for 14 is totally going to be mostly Final Fantasy IV stuff, just because it's set up for it. You know, not that they haven't already slipped some in, but... yeah, top off the hell. Okay. But I'm seeing, like, I'm very excited to see how the story plays out based with Final Fantasy IV stuff. So, oh, now this is the save point I'm used to getting to. Now, since everyone's healed, and I'm not gonna waste any ethers right now, and then I got a shitload of tents, but I got a shitload of cottages. But yeah, I'll use a tent. This game is the essence of what 14 talks about with the light and dark contrast. Yes, this really is. And this, I guess that's one of the things I really enjoyed about it. And I was a big fan of Final Fantasy, the after years. I wasn't a fan that it was episodic, but, you know, it started out as a little mobile game. But for what it's worth, the story isn't bad. I enjoyed it, not nearly as much as this, but I did enjoy it. Right, see, right? If you get a PS4, if you go that route, reason it's cheaper. PS5, second. PS5, the games are the second they're going to be supporting it for 40 years yet. Well, here's the thing, Emerald. I'm probably not going... I have no reason to pick up a PlayStation anymore. I know I just saved, but I'm talking, so I forgot. So I did it again. Ha ha ha. Everything I want to play or stream and all that, I can get on PC or will be able to shortly. Like, for instance, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to PC. I don't know when, but it will be, because they would be fools to not bring it here. I mean, I know it took them forever and a day, but look, they finally brought all the Kingdom Hearts in one lump sum to the PC, so... And that actually, you know, in a way it kind of excites me, because then now I can actually sit down and go through all the side stories and shit without having to catch up on what's going on where and this, that, and the other, you know. If and when I can make time. kind of going back, like I was mentioning with Final Fantasy IV, you know, there's a lot on the side burner I have right now. And I still do that I haven't even had a chance to touch yet. You know, the problem is I'm getting older and the games are getting better, so... maybe I'll luck out and by the time I'm 90, I'll finish them all. My goal on my bucket list is to be able to at least try to play and enjoy most of the games I have before I die, but we'll see if I can do that. All right, level for Cecil. All right, with that save point being it. Yeah, with that save point being there, we're going to be getting to that point shortly, so I'm gonna have to adjust the game speed. Can't beat the classic games. Yeah, well, that's actually kind of a double entendre, because there's a few of the classic games I just can't beat, and you can't beat in how good they are. But I will say this. Sorry, I needed a sip. I will say this. I have recently played through, Bloodstained. I played through the 2 demakes and the actual game, and now supposedly, I just saw recently, they're working on a sequel, and that's fine, because I enjoyed it, and then they added a classic mode to the original, which I have yet to play through, but if you ever wanted to feel a modern old Castlevania, then by all means. 1 and 2 are not available on PS4 or PC. The best version of 1 is on the PSP. That's what I mean. How good a lot of them are classic examples of sorry, Mamma Mia. Yeah. 1 and 2 are not available on the PS4 or PC. The best version of 1 and 4 is on the PSP. Yeah. I do have a PSP and I have a PSP emulator. But, actually, I have Final Fantasy IV on the PSP as well. But, that was during a time in my life where I never had a lot of time. So I started playing it, and then I lost track of time, and then by then the Steam version came down. I'm like, all right, came down, yeah. I'm de-Englishing goodwill right now. Yeah, I do too, the complete version, yeah. So, I mean, I at least have it in, for lack of better words, I have it in archive. Speaking of which, one of the things I'm personally proud of is I have every American released Mega Man game except for 1 right now. I don't mean Mega Man 1. I mean, I have every American released Mega Man except for one particular one, which is, sadly, Mega Man 8 for Sega Saturn. I have Mega Man 8 for PlayStation, but I never got this. I mean, I have the data for it, but I don't have the actual game. And for what people want for it on, like, eBay, I mean, I do want to complete my collection. I mean, I even have, like, Mega Man Soccer. And I have the Misadventures of Tron Bon and the, you know, the Legends games and things like that. Next to Mario, you're a Mega Man nut. Yeah, I am. I mean, with good reason. They're just... I've always... Oh, wait a minute. I think we're about to boss it up here. So, wrong button. For what this battle's worth, we're going to go a little slower. And by that, I mean a real hardcore fan. Well, in fairness, I mean, first off, my first streams, for those new here, when you go look them up on YouTube, if you go look them up, you know, or the first 11 Mega Man games, as well as 2 of the side ones, it's something about the jump and shoot man with the Robot Masters and getting the powers. It's just, I enjoy it so very much. And I don't think I'll ever, like... You know, for as much as I talk about Final Fantasy IV and playthrough, it's like the Mega Man games, I've lost track just on sheer numbers on how many times I've replayed them. The only one, absolutely only one I haven't replayed a lot yet is 11 because it's still relatively new, but the rest of them, Jesus. I've lost, genuinely, I've lost track of 1 through 4, bare minimum. Ah, fucking door. You know what? Just for the sake of it. Of doing it once. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Do it. Kill yourself. And there you go. I wanted to get at least one out of it, so... Okay, we're in the crystal chamber. The final crystal is here. What was it Cecil was saying? Final crystal is here, and well protected. And, you know, you wouldn't get this far without something about to happen, so... Everyone ready? Got the final crystal. Yeah. Well, I guess we got the final crystal. I mean, surely nothing bad could possibly happen now. Oh, wait. If the doors weren't bad enough, now we have to worry about the walls. The walls. They're moving. This cave was designed to protect the crystal. This must be the last line of defense in case someone attempts to escape with it. Then I guess we'll just have to smash it. Oh, by the way, for funsies, since you might not have seen it, I gave Kane recall just because why not? Now, I think this is more of a matter of me needing to slow the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna have to slow the wall. Alright, Slow, where are you? No, you're not the only one that needs to use slow on himself a little too much. There we go. Okay, the wall is slowed. Alright, we're going to... Let's unit that. Oh, dang it. I was going to show the Leviathan summon. I'll do it again. I mean, that's kind of the whole big thing here is... Haste March, Haste Berserk together. Not in this. I have not used Haste March and Berserk together. Like, not in this run, but I have before. I mean, if you just want everything, like, instantly dead, fast, that's, yeah, that's just what you do. Yes, exactly. It's like, just like, they're like Gatling guns for damage. How do you miss a wall? All right, here's Leviathan. Yeah, it does. He does look like Venom slightly. The wall. Whoosh. Yeah, that wall's getting awful close. If somehow I miraculously fail on this one, then I'm going to use that trick. Uh-oh. Running out of space here. Gadzooks. Let's speed up Cecil. I think I might just put up the haste march here at this rate. Yeah, why not? Let's see here. Berserk. Get to the auto battle, because... why not? Gotta use some prayer anyway. Yeah, look at that speed. Look at that speed. Alright, get some mana back for Rydia. Summon a dragon. This is getting epic. Prayer unanswered. That's my life in a nutshell. There he goes. Woo! Wouldn't want to meet that Leviathan in a swimming pool, especially if I'm swimming and I don't see till he pops up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not exactly like one of those that... he's not exactly bad. Ooh, I got a rise. I got death! And Edgelord got 2 levels. We did it! Huh? And don't try possessing any other walls, either! I get a rise out of you all the time. Does it mean I level up a lot? Wrong kind of a rise. This is, you know, when you're dead. It means you got all the health back. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Alright. I got the crystal. I'm gonna go to the save point, and then I can't remember if emergency exit will get me out of here. Like a beautiful horizon. Yeah. I love a beautiful horizon. Just enough MP to do something about it. I forgot how much, in this version, I forgot how much HP the demon wall had, so yeah, I'm kind of glad I went with the haste march and everything. Thanks for the reminder, by the way, Tristan. Alright, now we gotta get back to the save point so I can pop down a nice cottage. If I remember correctly, it was 100,000 HP. Yeah, it sounds about right. Ooh. But, you know, he's one of those that if you don't do it just right, slowing the battle down so you have enough time to think, for one, and for two, slowing him down and... excuse me, slowing him down and speeding yourself up. There's just some battles that are ungodly. I can't say impossible, but very improbable that you'll beat him. And that's one thing you learn in this game is that the spell Protect, the spell Shell, Haste, all that. You know, before you can kind of get away with never using them, like in the in Final Fantasy IV Easy version or American Final Fantasy II. But not here. We have crash number 2. Ding, 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 ding. Crash number 2. That's how you can tell the wall was so good. We have crash number 2. Yay! Well, at least I wasn't that far back. Okay. What do we got here? I can't do these kind of things without turn-based battles. I started getting really frustrated with Final Fantasy once it became active time battle mandatory. Yeah, I mean, one of the things I've always enjoyed is being able to stop and think when you're doing stuff because, you know, you don't need to be freaking yourself out while just trying to do something as simple as, oh, should I pick this? And I'm dead. You know. Oh, I've seen many streamers fail Demon Wall multiple times through their first playthrough. Yeah, just because you're not... Because of that. That's why I always was into DQ and other strat RPGs. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I like the older Final Fantasies, because you can turn off the active time battles. But yeah, with Demon Wall, just Dr. Lugay, Demon Wall, and we're going to see a side one where I actually have to fight Odin. You'll see about that one. That one's just... Odin's a pain as well. Or can be. We'll put it that way. Wasn't it like Final Fantasy IX that ended the last of the active... No, 10 still, I believe, had active time battle set up. It was, I want to say 12. Because 11 I don't count because it was MMO. Well, 12 was, for those that are familiar with Knights of the Old Republic, i.e. KOTOR, that's what Final Fantasy 12 was. It's Final Fantasy's version of Knights of the Old Republic, so... Don't use the Mega Elixir. Just sort your stuff. There you go. I didn't want to hit the wrong button. You know, it's like, oh, I'm going to use a cottage, and I wasted my Mega Elixir. No, that's unfair. I politely disagree. Well, I mean, you're welcome to disagree. But 9 was the last really good Final Fantasy, in my opinion, with the exception of World of Final... Well, yeah, World of Final Fantasy was fun. I started that. I didn't get a lot far into it, but for what as far as I got, 12 was sort of like Tactics meets 10. Well, first off, to finish, yeah, World of Final Fantasy was almost like if Pokemon met Final Fantasy, and in and itself was just fun. And I don't know why I'm doing this again, because I'm talking. But Tactics, I was a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics. That one's like Final Fantasy meets chess. Oh, or for those that have played, like, that have been around long enough, the game started as the Tactics Ogre games for the NES so many years ago. But Final Fantasy Tactics was my introduction to those and on the PlayStation. And, yeah, just wonderful game. Damn! Can't use the emergency exit. Guess we're hoofing it. I love Tactics. Check out Shining Force sometimes. Yeah. I actually have a Tactics S game I still need to play yet that one of my other friends got me, you know, into to look at, but I haven't done it yet. No, not Fire Emblem. I did start playing Fire Emblem though. Oh, I forgot to map this room. Star Wars Galaxy is far better than Star Wars The Old Republic. Well, I haven't played any of those. I just remember when KOTOR was big. Ogre Battle is a marvelous game. Yes. I've heard very good things about Ogre Battle. But no, I never really got into the Star Wars games, no matter what they were. The closest one I ever got into was X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Because I had a friend many years ago, him and I would play together. But we had issues being able to play together, but when we did, it was fun. Mind you, this is back in old dial-up days, so... Fire Emblem Awakening was the best Fire Emblem. I have no basis for comparison on that one. Oh, that must have been when the first crash happened. I forgot to go back and remap that. Yeah, because there's a Silent Bell again. It was the least Fire Emblem of the Fire Emblem games. Oh. Yeah, don't walk on the rope. No, but one of my big issues anymore, X-Wing Squadrons is going free on PlayStation tomorrow for the month. Oh, nice. No, one of my issues is, relative to a lot of games, is that if I'm left to my own volition, I start having, I guess, I get stuck in a rut, in a way. Star Wars Squadrons. It's alright. But, sorry, my brain just went blank. I'm sitting here looking at no, I get stuck in a rut because there's certain games I just enjoy doing, and that's what I stick with. And I know there's other games I need to play, but it's getting the motivation to do it. And that's one of the reasons I started streaming. Or at least in this case also restreaming. It's because, hey, guess what? You got this giant library of awesome games. Or at least semi-awesome games. And, you know, with me streaming, it gives me motivation. It's like, hey, even if I'm not doing it for myself, I could play it for other people. I mean, the big thing is to play it for myself, but, you know, playing it for other people gives me more saying, hey, I'm making other people happy, so. I meant Fire Emblem Warriors, not Awakening. Fire Emblem Warriors is the same as Hyrule Warriors, but Fire Emblem, which was also just a side game of Dynasty Warriors, which, yeah. Which, by the way, I know, Hyrule Warriors, the new one, the one that's during the Calamity, or right before the Calamity, rather. That just, some of the DLC, more DLC got released today, or not today, recently. Jeez, come on, brain. Get the words out right. Answering your rabbit, too many games, not enough time. Well, here's the thing. Hellfire, next time you come over, since it's 2-player, I think we can do 2-player local co-op. If you want, we can do some, you know, because I haven't had a chance to, again, with the same, too many games, not enough time. Or in some cases, still motivation. It's just, if you want, we can, you know, we can play the game together and help me unlock stuff. So, we totally should. Yeah. And give me a reason to play it, because don't get me wrong, it's fun to play by yourself, but it can get a little, I guess the word is daunting. I might switch on me, but we can play local co-op too. Yeah, I mean, there's that. It's funny, for a long time, until I started reworking on some of my Animal Crossing, until I started reworking on my island, one of the things I would do is, I got that Clubhouse 51 games. I love going in there and just playing some, like, solitaire and stuff before I go to bed. It just was so relaxing. Then I got sidetracked with this, that, and the other, and haven't booted up Animal Crossing since the virus. Well, I mean, that's fine. I've been playing it every single day since the game came out. Just even if it's just quote unquote maintenance, that's the wrong door. And part of the reason I do that is just because I have that's the wrong door. I have an idea of what I want to do with my island, and once I get it completed, I have family that might be playing it. So I don't want to, you know, I want to be able to help them at least just get something established and all that. Can't imagine the maintenance and weeds cleanup. Oh, God, yeah. And all your people have moved out because they thought you're dead. All those dead villagers. Yeah, exactly. You know, they can't feed themselves without you. I mean, it's at least it's not as bad as like The Sims 1. Yay! Resident Evil 9, the AC villagers, yes! All zombies. There is a zombie character, too. Or, no, not a zombie. There might be a zombie. Mummy character? I don't remember. That's right, it's a mummy. It's a puppy mummy. You know what? For what it's worth, I'm not going to try to find which door it is. It's probably the one down there. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. His name was Lucky. Yeah. Lucky to be alive. Don't blaze me, bro. Brains. Slashy, slashy. And down you go. I wanted Anka. Well, that's the thing, is that I have all those amiibo things. So if you wanted Anka, we can get you Anka, but the downside is it takes not only 3 days, but since you haven't played, there's the save point. Since you haven't played, I mean, we can get you Anka, but at this point, you know, like you said, you got so many things, so little time, so, you know, it'd be up to you. Totally get you her, though, I should say. I gotta see if they ever released any new ones for New Horizons, because I want to get some of the new ones that weren't released previously. Alright. Only save once. Don't do it twice. Come on, you gotta focus. There's places you need to go. Things you need to do. Get out of the damn cave, at least. Oy vey! I don't even remember what floor I'm on. We'll find out in a second. Ah! I'm surprised! Gasp! There's more monsters! My town had Frobert, Sylvia, Audie, Sylvana, Eric, and Jacques. Yeah, mine has, what, 5 bears? Because I went for the bears. Has a bunny, an adorable penguin with them big old eyes. Just, I love, you know, he's a musclehead, but I just, something about them big old eyes are adorable, so that's why I keep him around. That, and he was one of my starting, him and the bunny were my starting villagers. I have the takoyaki. I used to have Marina, but I gave her away for one of the bears. Let's see. 5 bears. Oh, I got Renee. That one was... She's one of the new ones in the game, and I have her for reasons. I just happen to like the way she looks, and I saw some really nice artwork of her, so I'm like, yeah, I want her. God, who else? 5 bears, 2 of them. Of course, there's the blaze. I'll probably remember while I'm sitting here, just, you know, randomly reminiscing, or I'll just completely forget what I'm doing and be like, oh, right, I'm playing Final Fantasy, right? Shit, I thought this was Mario. Fuck. Wonder why these question blocks look so funny. Alright, that one's down. And that one's down. At least I'll be getting everyone out of the cave in their mid-50s. Just jump on them, they'll be fine. Technically, I mean, Kane can do that, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. What is this, Mario RPG? No, but you know what? You said that. That would be fun to stream, especially with the Final Fantasy IV reference in Mario RPG. That was, you know, that is probably in my... If this is my top Final Fantasy game, that might be my top RPG. And just because of how well it's made. It's just such a wonderful game. And the Easter eggs they put in there is just... Oh, such an amazing game. And no, that's not me looking through with rose-tinted glasses. No, it's just... For the game's length, put it this way, for the game's length, and for what it's worth, it's a good game. I do feel there's games that are, say, longer and better, you know. The timing on Emu is borked, though. Good luck getting the crits to proc. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm not even worried about that because the biggest issue I would have playing it is figuring out how I would want to set it up. I do have the actual Super Mario RPG cartridge and a working Super Nintendo, so I'd probably stream it that way. But it's also a matter of getting a capture card that has those hookups. I'd have to hook it up with composite. Composite? Yeah, because component's the 5 cables. Composite's the 3. Best way to stream it. Can always get a... yeah, I mean, I can. They have HDMI and safe stating. I mean, I also have an SNES Classic. I can also just slap the thing on there. Because I have means to do so. And that also has, you know, everything I need on there. And Nintendo's emulation isn't bad. It's not great, but it's a hell of a lot better than, I'll tell you what, my Sega Genesis Classic. Oh, the input lag was, it's almost like a full half second. It's hard to even play the old games. Okay, now that I'm at the cave entrance, for absolutely no particular reason, I'm going to remove all of Kane's stuff. Now, why, you might be asking? Well, I just, you know, it just might... He doesn't need so much heavy stuff. He's carrying that dark crystal, you know. It's getting a little heavy for him, so... Although, for those that have seen the title of the video, you know, you might understand what's about to happen here. Alright, time for voice acting. Cecil's like, what?
Kane, return to me my pawn. Deliver me the crystal.
Golbez. Kane! Don't listen. Resist him.
It's all right. I'm back in control of myself.
Lost a dark crystal.
You filthy double-crosser!
Kane, what are you doing?
You underestimate the strength of my abilities. I had but slacken your friend's leash, waiting for the proper moment to pull it taut. With his final crystal, the Tower of Babel will be made complete. Come, Kane.
Kane, don't listen to him. ... Kane!
The crystals are all assembled. We can open the way to the moon at last. Come back here! Ha ha ha!
Kane.
Unbelievable! That little bastard!
Oh, gotta catch up on chat now. Sooner or later, Nintendo may put on a section of Switch that lets subscribers play the old games. It works integrated. Right, just thinking to mention, when you mention emulation, you hear about each court battle around. They charge money for them. Yeah. The whole copyright profit. Yeah, that's the biggest. Uh-oh. Well, I'm sitting here reading chat. Guess what? Ding, 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 ding. Crash number 3. Crash number 3. Crash number 3. Three crashes we just now are getting out of the sealed cave. Which means we get to watch Kane get lost again, I think. Ay. Wait. Yep, okay. Nope. Now, the reason I do that is because then I can sell off some of his stuff and then give it to other people. Poison axe. Yeah. I gotta skip all this text. Feeling better about that bet. Yeah. No! Please, Kane, don't!
Don't worry, I won't fall to such evil. Bam! Sorry, I fell to such evil. How could you, you bastard? It's because I have such a weak mind.
Okay, we didn't crash twice there. That would make me feel explosive in the brain. Why, Kane? Why would you betray us again? Did you not listen to what Golbez said? Or do you just choose to ignore some things that are being said? I don't know.
You're supposed to be the hero. You gotta think about these things.
First, let's get the free heals. The Dwarven base. Holly ho. Life waters, drink your fill. Getting at us, why would you betray us again? Well, I mean, it's not like Golbez just explained everything that was going on. He looked like a dwarven. That looked like a dwarven spittoon. Yeah, that's what the waters of life are. It's nothing but dwarf spit. Sure that was life waters? No, it's dwarf piss. It just happens to restore HP and MP. Nice picture of Mickey from Rock.
You gotta clean this cock, Rock. I mean, clock. Damn.
That was a Markiplier thing. Now I gotta remember. Do I talk to? Yeah, I think it was Sid. It restores PP. What is this, Pokemon? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. First is...
Oh! Ach, I've been waiting for your return. You have the crystal, I assume.
We failed.
What? So he holds all of them now. And there's nothing more we can do. Not unless the legend of the lunar whale were to come true.
I'm sorry, lunar whale?
It is a great ship, said to have been built in an age long past. Birthed from the womb of a dragon's maw.
Those are the words of the Mysidian legend.
You know of Mysidia?
It's a city of mages on the surface.
What? You mean to tell me Mysidia is real?
Very much so. Its elder has confined himself to their Tower of Prayer, where he prays for us even now.
He prays, you say? Could it be?
Well, what do you mean?
He may be trying to revive the wild. No, he must be. It is our only hope. Mysidia, that's your answer. You must hurry to Mysidia.
But the passage to the surface is sealed now.
And we can't even get near the Tower of Babel. Not now that all the crystals are there.
I try to combine them.
Not that all the crystals are there. Not that all...
Not... Well, let's try that again. Start up here.
And we can't even get near the Tower of Babel. Not now that all the crystals are there. It's a good thing you got me then, isn't it, Vegeta?
Sid!
I'll attach a drill to the Falcon's bow, and you'll be able to burrow your way back to the surface.
But your wounds, have they healed?
Come now. We've got bigger things to worry about than a few scratches on old Sid. You really think you can do it? Think? I'm Sid. There's nothing I can't do. Let's get to work.
he's got me charging for free. Your heart is free. Have the courage to follow it. Your heart is free. Have the courage to follow it. Brr. I like how Edge is just sitting there trying to talk up Iridia, and Sid's like, we need your help building stuff. And he's like, no, I'm gonna just stare at the mast.
Unbelievable.
Oh, he died again. Sid, would you stop dropping dead? Sid. You always overdo it, don't you?
I think this is the part where I finally have to bow out and leave the rest of you young ones. I'm no good for much outside of fixing up airships in this condition anyhow. Had to go and show me up, didn't you, old man?
Get well soon, huh? Yeah, for those new here, I've given Mickey Mouse's voice to Iridia.
You two, look after Cecil and Rosa for me, you hear? Got it. You just take your time and recover. Cecil, Rosa, be careful.
You too, Sid.
Go on now. I don't remember you having enough time to be sitting around talking to crazy old men like me, Vegeta.
Take care of yourself, Sid. You don't mean Minnie Mouse. But that Japanese silk rope, I think he's more Minnie than Mickey. I mean... I don't know, he might be getting a Mickey, unless he's got a Minnie, I mean... Don't read too far into that. Well, now we can ditch the Falcon and go get the Enterprise. Yeah, but first... Now, I have other side stuff to do, but I don't really want to do it with only a party of 4. So, when we get our 5th member is when I'll continue the side quest stuff. Until then, main quest it is. Onward and upward. Bear, please don't go there. Too late, I went there. And... drill time! I like how the entire mountain range just explodes. With that tiny-ass drill in comparison, you know? Alright. Now let's go get the other airship. The one that makes me happy. I mean, this one makes me happy too, because it's purdy and stuff. But, I mean, this is the Enterprise. Now, let's see. Now, if we head to Mysidia, we can continue the story and get a little farther with that. We're only a little over an hour into the stream, so we still got plenty of time. Everyone's healed and ready, so I might as well get that much done. So, to Mysidia we go! The only downside is making sure... I'm going to have to do some doubling back once I get the quote-unquote 5th character. Which is fine, because it'll still make the rest of side quests a hell of a lot easier. Oh, see, I didn't even enter Mysidia 1 second, and they're already here. Geez, how powerful is that drill? The whole looks like something from Deep Impact. I mean, with Sid's engineering technology, you know, I don't deny anything when it comes to what's possible.
I have been waiting for you. Come, we must go to the Tower of Prayer.
I've changed everyone else's voices so many times because I can't remember what they were. Oh, here comes the prayer.
Birth from the womb of Dragon's Maw, born unto the stars, by light and darkness, cast aloft. Our dreamtide oaths were sworn, moon is swathed in ever light, ne'er again to know eclipse, earth with hallowed bounty reconciled.
That's the thing, though, is all SIDs from all games have that kind of power.
In me power.
That's right. Do your Uber prayers. Get us that whale. Sorry, I almost forgot to mute while I blew my nose. And while we stand epically and watch them pray.
Pray now with all your heart. Prophecy must be made reality. There is no other time but now.
Except all the other times. Super pray. Go! Use your whale! Ooh, it's happening. It's really happening. Here it comes!
Behold, my children. She has heard our prayers.
Yay! She heard the prayers.
And there she is, the lunar whale.
She is risen. The promised ship of light. The lunar whale.
The whale! Yeah, only for a mere $40 on the Moogle store for Final Fantasy XIV. But it can carry 8 players. I mean, it's busted, but it's still pretty badass. Luckily, I got it on sale. Hey, voice spoke. No, that's wrong. Character. It's not Edge. It's Elder. Hey, voice spoke to me. No, I just forgot the voice I did for him.
Hey, a voice spoke to me in the midst of our prayers.
Everyone Elder has just got this voice now.
Go to the moon, it said. He awaits you there, it said. Sure, go mining for rocks, he said. It'll be fun, he said.
To the moon?
But how? The real question is, how? I mean, the lunar whale is a ship from the moon. According to the writings I've discovered, there should be a teleportation crystal on board in addition to the crystals that serve to power its flight. That crystal controls travel between here and the moon. Speak to it, and it will transport you between the two faster than you can even blink.
I see. Crazy old man. I mean, we'll search for it. Yeah. Got a whale of a tail to tell you it's a whale, a tail or two. Oy. Yep. That's exactly it. Alright, what do you gotta say here? A ship from the moon? Who could have built it? It was the Moon Men. It was all the Moon Men. Alright, on board. Look at this past technology from the future, from the past. Such beautiful stuff. The shinies, and there's stuff over here. I like how in the old games these are beds. These are just regular beds. And this one they got like sleep pods, which is still cool, but it's like and mechanized fat chocobo for storage. Event theater, all that bestiary. I want to press the question marks. And then I can go in here to literally sleep no matter where I go, which I don't think I have to worry about. Oop, don't have to worry about that right now. Because I didn't do anything yet. Yep, okay. I have a mobile inn. It's a mobile home. All right, everyone. To the moon! Watch us crash as soon as we get to the moon. Oh, wow, we didn't. Now let's look around this beautiful moon. Look at all the moonanites. Now there's some side stuff up here, which, yeah, I could go right for it right now, but, no, I don't think I will. There's this one here. Just to take off the map. There's this. That one I can probably do now because that's just more fun than anything else. This! No. No, 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 no. Not yet. Now that crystal formation is the palace that we must work our way toward. Now, I can't land the whale here. That would be cool and broken, but unfortunately, I can't do it. See, press the land button, it just says to me, no. It farts a little gas and says no. So what you have to wind up doing is you land the whale. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta land it over here and walk all the way down, go all the way around this way, then through this cave, come out this one, and walk all the way here, and boom. In doing so, I gotta fight moon monsters and shit. So this is gonna be fun. But before then, to the cave. Because this I can do now. And again, this isn't necessarily a side thing so much as just a little fun thing. And here's the moon music. Moon music. Real farty horns. Really good violin, but really farty horns. The Hummingway Abode. They all hum at you. I'm looking for one because there's one that doesn't hum. No, you're humming. You're a hummingbird. There's the one. Now, yeah, this one sells really, really useful stuff for when we start getting into the endgame content. Not that we're not necessarily there yet, but we're not exactly there yet. Most things I might buy here is some X potions, and then you got this little nice number here. The Level Lust Augment. Have I changed my name again? What do you mean? Because remember we started with Naming Way and all that? This is where Naming Way came from. Naming Way is a member of the Hummingway that managed to make it to Earth in some way, shape, or form. Which, by, yes, the Hummingway, using a different name, I don't remember this part. But yeah, they have a different name in Final Fantasy XIV. But yeah, they're the same rabbit creatures. I wish they'd be playable. They're not going to be. But the fact that we're going to finally get the male Viera, and soon, I don't know how late, but soon we're going to get the female Rothgar. It's going to be wonderful. Hum, hum, hum. Green Giant. Oh, sorry.
Rydia, you really startled me. What are you doing here?
Your friends are worried about you. She said you went off on a trip, but never came back.
Oh, I see. Sorry for all the trouble. I wandered around until I ended up here. It was so much fun singing with the gang here. I guess I just lost track of time.
Well, I forgot to do Rudy's voice. Well, I can see how that could happen, but... Oh.
I know, right? It was just so much fun. Oh my goodness gracious. Have to visit again sometime.
Bye, everyone. Okay. One of our fellows once built a ship and flew it to the blue planet. I recall he had a knack for naming things.
Could it be?
Yes. That's how you know he came from here. And now you saw the shop there. So... Oh, wait, what does he say here? So, this is the moon. Why does being here make me feel this way? Might be the lack of oxygen, but... you know, who's to say, really? Now that crystal, when I first played through the game, I thought the crystal was the only thing you can touch. So you can imagine how many times I went back and forth between the moon and the earth over and over just to be able to fly. And then I realized, hey, if you tap this, you can just start to drive. It's like, oh, well, now I feel like a moron. But, you know, par for the course in some of these aspects. Yep. Alright, save here. Now, I do remember that these monsters hit like a truck. Even being in the 50s, I believe they're gonna... Right, you can't go this way. Counterattack. Gonna get some sleep. I'll catch you later, man. This was fun. Oh, yeah, by all means. Thanks, Emerald, for coming to visit. Finish watching the videos and all that on YouTube whenever you get a chance or whatever, you know. The links are down below, so... But thank you for coming. Have a good night. Luckily, these moon bombs aren't terrible. They're just annoying. And with Cecil's counterattack ability, they're much less annoying. They're more annoying when they explode. And these, funny enough, are the weakest of what I'll encounter here. But quite a bit of experience. Not gonna lie. But I find it funny because of the 3D perspective and all that. It's like you can't walk behind the, you know. Well, why can't you walk behind the Crystal Palace thing? Oh, it's because the tower's in the way. But okay. Now, if I remember correctly, these jellies, yeah, they don't take a lot of physical damage. But this is where the summon will come in handy. But also now you see why I give Cecil all the good defensive gear while having decent attack gear, because, yeah. And there we go. For his counterattack abilities, you know, he sits and attacks, you know, once per round. And by the way, there's crash number 4. Ding, 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 ding. Crash number 4. Yep, gonna put that there. Crash number... Oop, that's a dollar sign. Crash $4. Which is kind of crummy, because then that means that battle didn't really count. But I may give him back that defensive sword that he had before. The DPS is lower than the axe he's got now, but then he takes less damage, so. As you can tell, the inner parts of the cave have the same as the outer parts for the sound, but it doesn't have that weird... Yeah, this is the one. The Defender. Just so much better. This is also the theme that played when we were inside, oh, that little place right after we fought Scarmillion at the top of the mountain. Yeah, we'll use wind, because I think each of them have an affinity towards certain elementals. This is my favorite theme in the game. Yeah, it's got that, like... Oh, what's a good word for it? It's like something epic is about to happen. Or like something epic is currently happening without it having a negativity to it. You know, as opposed to the super sad everyone died sound. Or like the epic da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, you're running around, like everything's on fire. Oh, look, a golden apple and an enemy ambush. Just what I needed. Use your sword! I'll use my sword, Danny. Ow. Okay. Gotta get some heals in here. But see, look at how many attacks he got in just by counters. I mean... I'll heal him when battle's over, because it's going to be over, like, now. Yep. Gotta get rid of the poison anyway. Strange, this place feels almost familiar. Dun dun dun! Why? Why does it feel familiar? Tell me, Doctor, where are we going this time? Dun 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 dun! Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong thing. Great Scott! Marty! Marty! Counterattack. Regular attack. Prey attack. You done me proud, boys. Every one of you deserves a door. And away they go. You know, that's how you can always tell when the streams get on. When you get past about the hour mark, my sanity starts to drop even further. Not to say I've had much of it to begin with. You know, I'm going to swap out the ninjutsu here, I think. Or I'm going to swap out the attack to ninjutsu, just so I don't have to keep worrying about it, because these flans, it's just easier if I use Gale with Edge whenever I get a chance, because when he runs out of MP, he'll just auto-attack anyway, so... And as you can see, still pretty worth it in itself. I don't know why I didn't have Viridia cast a spell, just because I'm saying, hey look, there's the attack button, you know. Oh, shit. Do again. It's a good thing I healed him. Jesus. See, he's getting beaten. He's getting beaten down like just. Well, I mean, you know, they're all going after him anyway. It's like you, me, yes, you. Like he owes them money or something. Alright. Alright, gotta do the apple thing now. Alright, with the golden apple, max HP up. Going to Cecil. For very obvious reasons. And use a bunch of these potions. So I'm gonna go get the better shit soon. Alright. Let's alter some ability, shall we? Attack. You know, we already got the draw attacks and counter, yep. Prey, yep. Dragon, yep. Aha, okay. Ninjutsu. Gale. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Yes, 2 treasure chests. Stardust and Lunar Curtain. I think Lunar Curtain casts Shell on the party? Stardust makes it so Stardust reigns. Now I want to look. Oh, I already have a different Stardust. Sandals, Light Curtain. No, Lunar Curtain. Cast Reflect and nullifies physical damage. Oh, right. I'll be saving that for later, because there's going to be a boss or two that'll be a pain without it. Alright, let me rephrase that. It's still easily beatable, but knowing that's what that does, it'll save a lot of stress. Like, a lot of stress. Because there's going to be some side bosses on the way to the final boss that... yeah, it's... no. Just no. And that's all I got to say it that way. It's just no. Because... Like, having some special tricks for some of the fights, that's one thing, but... Yay, Edge leveled up. Now, why didn't you use the spell? Because I changed his ability to Gale from ninjutsu, like a dummy, and didn't put it there. All I gotta say about that is, whoops. Alright. Lunar Tunnel West complete, and I get 3 sirens. Wonderful! That means I can summon enemies randomly 3 times. In that special. Oh boy. Okay, so 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, 4 attack. I might just put him in the back row for as much damage as he's taking right now. 5 attack, 6 attack. So he managed to get 6 auto attacks off on top of his own before the first other, like before anything else happened. And thankfully he's also the tankiest character in the game, so... I'm just glad Dragon does as much damage as it does for the amount of MP it uses. Jesus Christ, bleeding me dry! Alright. Well, since magic doesn't really make much of a difference in where they're at, we're going to put Rosa, Rydia, and Edge there, and Cecil will be in the back row. Now, Edge, you can go off by yourself. Now, he'll be able to take all those hits, maybe deal a little less, but take a lot more, and we won't have to worry about me, you know, having to crank out the heals after every... Ah, shit. After every battle. You know, I mean, he can still miss. Yay! You know, it's funny that amoeba-looking thing, every time I used to play Final Fantasy II, that thing would always run before I got any attacks off. As you can see, he's not doing a lot less damage, just he does less from the back row. Like half. And the dragon finishes it off. And now I gotta take care of that damn poison again. Shuna! Damuna! That's where we're at. Now we map. Yeah, see, he's taking... Also, he's taking half the amount of damage. So that's even worth it. Talking so much to stream. I mean, who would have guessed a person that's streaming is going to be sitting there yammering on and on and on. God. Glad I made sure to have a lot of drink by me. I also refilled my drink during the last major cutscene. You know, since Edge isn't really going to get a chance to use a second Gale by the time we're doing all these things. Hang on. First, yeah, it's still set to fast. Fuck it. Fuck it. Put attack back on there, because the dragon's taking them all out in time anyway, so. Just saves on MP. magic points, how they were referred to back in the day, and then eventually mana points, and then just eventually changed to mana. The good news is at the rate we're going, though, I'll be able to get there, get a little bit further into the story, and then go do the other thing, probably make my way back to the whale, so we can take care of some side stuff. Not this stream, next stream, but at least get back to the whale. And that, my friends, my dear bear buddies, is my main goal. See, this would be a lot easier, and I'm glad I have the speed turned up, but this would be a lot easier if I wasn't having to worry about an attack every 3 steps. And you think it's bad now, wait until we get further in. Ho ho ho! Again, bright side, since I'm not running from the battles, they're leveling quickly. So, by the time I get to that point, you know, I won't die so fast. And that's my major concern. You know, I'm getting damn near 10,000 XP a pop, so... Alright, let's see. Another 3 sirens? Yeah, 3 sirens! I got 6 sirens! Oh boy, oh boy! And now I can finally enter the damn palace! Okay. Oh, you know what? Save the game. Now, before we go do story, on either side of here, there's important things. This side restores HP and status conditions. Now, that being said, as you can imagine, what's on the other side? That's right. It's a sandwich shop. I mean, in restoring MP. Now, that we're all healthy and happy. At last, you've arrived. Who are you? I am Fusoya, and I am charged with watching over the slumber of the Lunarians. Fusoya, Lunarian. Lunarians? Oh, jeez. My Rosa voice is starting to go. That's how I can tell things are going real bad. Yes, we, the people of the moon. Long ago, the world had... excuse me. I can't even read anymore. Long ago, the world that lay between the red planet and the great behemoth stood at the verge of destruction, both terrible and complete. I don't like this voice for Fusoya. I used to call him Fusoya because they would capitalize the S and the Y, so it was Fusoya. It's pronounced Fusoya, so. I am Fusoya. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a, oh, God, what's his name? Yeah, anyway. I can't think of the guy's name right now. Oh, my God. You know, who's the one... Hellfire, real quick. Who's the one that played the father of Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom? Or, you know, who played Indiana Jones' father? Sean Connery. I don't know why I couldn't think of that name. I'll give Fusoya Sean Connery voice. The last survivors of the devastation boarded a ship and escaped to the Blue Planet. Why? Because I just like doing that voice. I know that's similar to the dwarves, but instead of it having a deeper dwarven thing here, I'm going to try to do it like a little bit more like this. Blue Planet? The one you call home. But your planet was still in the midst of its evolution, you see. And so those travelers created a second moon for the planet. And there they settled into a long and quiet slumber.
And they're the ones you called the Lunarians.
Indeed. But there was one among us who was loath to sleep. He... Oh, jeez, hang on. Damn, doing all these voices. Just today is burning me real quick. He thought it fit that we should simply raise all existing life on the blue planet and claim it as our own. That's horrible, huh? Yes. And so I used my powers to force him into hibernation with the others. But as he slept... I sound like Griswold from Diablo. What can I do for you? But as he slept, his will grew stronger and took on a consciousness all its own. It reached out to men with tainted hearts on your planet, twisting them into beings yet darker still. And through them, he began to gather the crystals. So he was manipulating Golbez.
Oh, does this guy have a name?
His name is Zemus. The crystals function as a source of energy, you see. I fear he has gathered them in order to activate the interdimensional elevator within the Tower of Babel. With it, he will be able to transport the giant of Babel to your planet and use it to extinguish all life there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah! I mean, but do not be mistaken. His is not that... His will is not that of all... Why can't I not read this? But do not be mistaken. His will is not that of all we Lunarians. The rest of us have been waiting quietly for your planet's people to progress to such a point that we might treat with one another as equals. But we wait and sleep, dreaming of that day. And the lunar whale, where'd it come from? Ah, the ship. My younger brother, Kulia, built that vessel long ago and flew it to the blue planet. See, that's not where the whale didn't come from, the Hummingways, but they built their own ship and Namingway on his own way to the planet. Anyway, he took with him several of our secrets, such as the ones employed in your Devil's Road and in airships, a gift to your people. Kluya was fascinated by your planet and wished to know more of it. And while he was there, he fell in love with a woman of your planet. She later bore him 2 children. One of them was you. What? Me? Then that voice on Mount Ordeals, I couldn't think of the name of it, yeah. And that voice I heard on Mount Ordeals was the spirit of your father. Indeed, they are a very image of Kluya in his youth. So it was my father. He vested you with his power so that you might prevent Zemus's plot from coming to fruition. Zemus must be stopped, for your planet's sake, and for that of my people as well. We must hurry to the Tower of Babel near Eblin. The tower? It's protected. See, now I'm starting to mix them again. The tower. I got it. This is Edge's voice. The tower. It's protected by some kind of barrier now. There's no way in. I should be able to bypass a barrier. We must not let the giant of Babel be unleashed upon your world. Da, 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 da. I love the git sound in this game. Okay. My father, a Lunarian. And that voice on Mount Ordeals. Gasp, Gads, and Gadzooks. Now. Gradually restore MP to the party. Well, I mean, And I can have him blush. But I'll worry about that a little bit later, because right now I'm going to have him, he knows all sorts of happy magics. Have him use Thundaga, she'll still use Dragon, okay. Now we have our 5th member. So, that being said, since I have to go back to Earth anyway, we can complete the side quests. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to the ship. And then I'm going to save. Well, I should probably save before I get back in the ship, because it'd be hard to save on the ship, since there's no place to save in the ship. I like Fusoi's like, oh, I'm gonna cast a spell, it's gonna be great, and it's just, and then Rydia's like, nope, sorry. Aww. You're stealing my thunder, young one. Well, I can't help it, oh. My magic is just so potent.
And that's one of the things I really love about you.
Hey, hands to yourself. You know, I'll wait till the end, because there's a certain thing, like the end of the game when we get to that point, but there's a certain thing that really kind of makes me sad. It's nothing like too major, but conceptually it just kind of makes me sad. But I don't want to spoil, because it's not, I guess it's not super important, but there's the crash! There's crash number 5! Ding, 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 ding! At least it didn't crash. Conceptually makes me sad? Yes, because I say in concept it makes me sad, but it doesn't really... This is where you realize Square Enix actually does awesome work on their games. No! This is where, like, based on not the game itself, but the story. Oh, shush. Square Enix does make... Well, Square made awesome games. Square Enix does make awesome games. But, you know, for every couple of awesome games, there are a couple of bad ones. Oh god, hi! So, you like the worm, huh? You like to ride the worm, huh? I let you ride the worm. Favorite line from an old click and play. Yeah, Roger Wilco. Space Quest, that was it. Okay, so here's what I can admit to. Alright, what can you admit to, Hellfire? Lazaga. Ajaja. And Flare! Lazaga did more. Come on. Beat the worm. No, worm don't beat us. You beat the worm. Here's what I can admit to. Square Enix, when they were actually Square Enix, makes awesome games. When it was someone they bought out, good luck. Like Eidos under Square Enix, or like Crystal Dynamics under Square Enix. Well, yes, I mean, not to say that they didn't necessarily make good games under the Square Enix name. But after they, quote-unquote, were dissolved, then just, or even before they were dissolved, when you knew they were getting to that dissolving point. It's like we're watching when, yes, Ready Alert Tornado. It was like watching Westwood being eaten up by EA. Same as EA and Westwood. Yeah, it's just what I was saying. Twinsies, yes. I mean, when I watch Westwood go down, since for those unfamiliar, Westwood was the one that made the Command and Conquer series, and I was a big real-time strategy player. And watching as my favorite series was turned into liquid shite, just, you know, didn't sit well with me. And now it's right now, except for the re-releases. They have a glorified mobile game, and that's about it. And that's about where it went. Okay, so CNC 3 wasn't bad, but that was it. Yeah, CNC 4 was... Let's just disavow that ever existed. Exactly. 4 does not exist. No. We don't talk about 4. 4 was bad. 4 makes E.T. look good. For those not familiar with the E.T. game for the Atari 2600, it was like, go look it up on YouTube or something. I mean, you know, that reminds me, it was about, I want to say a decade ago, the original creator came out, and after like 30 years, released a patch for the game, 5 kilobytes in size, but it made the game playable. But you know, these are back in the 80s and stuff, you know. The concept of video games were, you know, unfortunately got tainted during the big video game crash 85, but the thought of what we know today as patches was, it just didn't exist. Not to the extent it does now. Like, anytime there's a small hiccup in a game, people are like, oh, I can patch it, you know. Yes, I may. Oh. Or what's this? General shows you why CNC to EA started being bad. Like when you could load Scud launchers into the Chinook and put a normal trooper into it and it would shoot Scuds like a machine gun. And even though you and I played the crap out of the game and I still loved it, it's true. I mean, some of the stuff was broken in that way, but it was still fun in and itself. But then they took some of the other things and just like sickeningly ran it into the ground. The playtesting was so bad the game was unstable as hell. Yes, Generals was unstable as hell. I mean, how many times did it crash when we were trying to get it to run? But when we did manage to play, last true Westwood team project, yes. Rest for the night, yes. Wouldn't hurt to get some sleep. Da, da, da. Yep, all 15 seconds of sleep. All right, now before we fly back home, we save. And I just saved. That's not the button I wanted to hit. That's it. Okay. We made it through yet another one. And no one exploded. The game crashed 4, 5. How many times now? Yeah, 5 times. Okay. For anyone that was thinking 5, awesome. Unfortunately, Emerald, that was half of what you got, so, you know, I'll give you 50 gil for it. I'll mail it to you. But, yeah, we made it through another stream. Congrats. Woo! And I want to thank everyone for sticking around, and I want to thank people engaging me. It's very fun. So, as it stands, that we will continue by going to do a bunch of the side stuff. You got engaged? Congrats! No, I mean, in fact, you guys talk to me, Philly. But we will, I'm going to look at the calendar real quick. Probably same time next week. Let's see. That would be June 6th. I don't see any issues. I'm considering, because I've had a lot of my friends start streaming on Sunday now, big Sunday streams, maybe I'll move mine to Saturday. And I'll tell you what, the instant I do that, then everyone will start moving theirs to Saturday. They'll be like, hey. All like to copy off each other, you know. Same old time, same stupid station, same wonderful people. Yeah. But, yeah, you know what? I'll do it, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. No, yeah. June 6th at 6:30 again, I think. That's when we're going to do it. So, that'll be the next one. I'm going to put it on the calendar. Feel free that if you didn't get a chance to see this video, it'll be up on YouTube right after this. And if you want to tell other people about the stream, fine. If not, you're welcome to keep it a secret to yourself or share it. I don't care. Whatever makes you happy. I just play this for conversation purposes. But for all those that did come, or all those watching on YouTube or however, thank you very much for spending time with me. And I appreciate you all very, very much. And I shall see you all roughly this time next week. The other thing I ask is the various avenues of getting a hold of me. Go ahead and I've given out some different games that I might want to try, at least in the RPG aspect. But if there's any other particular games you guys might want to see me play, by all means, let me know. I'm going to try to talk to a couple of my other friends, see if we can't get a group effort together for some fun party games or just group games or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But until then, everyone have a good night. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be nice. And don't be meanies. Okay? Okay. Good night, all my bear buddies.